Hi friends, check out that sale ad. It's amazing. Watermelon, ears of corn, just a lot of stuff for the memorial. It's just amazing how much cheaper it is. And you can see, just everything is totally on sale, and I'm going to hit this store hard. With the economy the way it is just better to buy when everything is on, when stuff's on sale. So that's what I plan on doing. I've been doing it for years, but now I'm really hitting it hard. Stores that have sales, I'm hitting them hard. Stocking up, making sure that I could feed my family. That mayonnaise was like $5, $6. Got it for $2.99. I can make homemade ketchup, but it was 99 cents. Why not buy it? The Milos, was a deal. But yeah, that ad was just full of stuff. And I'm all about saving money. Here's what I got for laundry soap. I got the Tide, original price $19. Got it for $12 a piece. That's a really good deal. Again, that's just for my little washer. My little washer is a Black & Decker. It's more for like apartments, but I really enjoy that washer. So I'm not getting rid of it. But we did pick up that was on sale. And then during the pandemic, I made my own laundry soap, and I do not use essential oils. Essential oils will build up over time in your washer and then clog your washer up. So definitely do not use essential oils. If you're making this stuff, stop, and you're doing essential oils in it, stop. You could use fabric softener, you can use dryer sheets to make your clothes smell better. Or even those little beads that you put in your washer. I don't do any because mine smells kind of like a lemony smell. It smells fresh, it smells good. I have no problems with it other than putting a dryer sheet in to keep the static electricity on. So here's the stuff that I got. This was almost $9. The soap was a couple dollars. And then the super washing soda, that was, I think it was like four something, almost $5. So everything, let's just round it all up, about 15, $16 for everything. So the next time I have, and this will last me a whole year, making a 1 5-gallon bucket, one whole year. I use a tablespoon for a load, unless it's my husband's work clothes, and then I use 2 tablespoons, and my clothes come out really clean. No half cups, no full cups, just I use tablespoons. Anyways, so I'm going to end up using all of this for the load. And then 1 cup in this and 1 cup in that. And I usually can get about 4, maybe 5 cups in each from each. So that's about 4 or 5 gallon buckets. So that would be 4 or 5 years just with this stuff here. Now you do need to seal it up really good so that way no moisture gets in it and clumps it up. And then so that when I go to do another bucket, I will have to pick this up. It's only a couple dollars. So each bucket after this initial bucket will only cost me between $2 and $3 a 5-gallon bucket for anywhere from 6 months to a year for 2 people. Actually 3. Because I'm sure Donnie will start using this stuff too. It gets your clothes really clean. I like it. It's better than Tide. I think, gets my husband's work clothes really clean. And it's an old recipe. Just do not use essential oils. Who cares about smelling like lavender or lemony smell? Because it does smell lemony when I pull my clothes out. But who cares about the actual smell? When you're putting oils in your washer, that is exactly what clogs your washer up. This stuff does not clog your washer up, but essential oils does. So we did pick that up yesterday. Like I said, the Tide was on sale, but this wasn't. Of course, this wouldn't be because nobody knows really about it. You know, there's not a lot of people that buy it, so it's not on sale. All right, my freezer. That's chicken up there. And we got to get more pork, but that's okay. We got enough right here. You can see sausages, cubed ham, more sausages, bacon, more sausage. My husband's a sausage feed. Here's our hamburger. Over there that's the brand new hamburger right there. This is the hamburger and roast that, because we rotate. So we need to eat this up first before we even start tackling that. And it needs to be organized a lot better, but we were tired. Just putting it in here, that's all that mattered for us right now. This is also hamburger that we need to rotate. So I'm going to have to go through here because this is all Ziploc. Anything that's Ziplocked needs to come over here so we can eat faster. Because you can see right here, I went ahead and used half pound instead of full pounds for meals. So that's a half pound. And I did what I had to do to make sure that it all got... I asked to make sure this was rotated. Apparently nobody listens to me. If you're going to put it in here, do it right the first time because I want it rotated. I don't want anything in here that can be left behind and then we end up having to throw it away because it's freezer burnt really bad. But these are all vacuum sealed. I went ahead and vacuum sealed these. That's vacuum sealed. So it's all vacuum sealed. Whoops. And it'll definitely last a lot longer than Ziploc. Vacuum sealing is really easy. And so this side here we will eat first, and then this side we will eat next. Still need more beef. This is fish. Lots of freshly caught fish. This is trout and also catfish. And then this is other stuff that, we have that this is also fish right here. And then this is some stuff we got at the store. Not yesterday, but a couple weeks ago. All this down here is chicken. Brandy new chicken. We picked up 40 pounds of chicken at $7.90 for a 10-pound bag. And then this is all the stuff that I've already made. And then, of course, that bone right there is for our Doberman. All right, right in here, this is just sodas. And then my medicine. So that's just sodas and medicine. And I don't believe in wasting a soda. I didn't finish my soda last night, so I put it in here. And I will drink it a little bit later today. So that was on sale, that Faygo. All that Faygo was on sale. It was 3 12-packs for $12. So, and then Little Tony's pizzas. My husband loves them. They're great for his lunches because he comes home for lunch sometimes. A lot of times he goes out to eat with the guys at work. But he has it here if he wants to have a snack or whatever. They were only $1 a piece on sale. Normally, I think they're like $2. So we picked up, I think, 10 of those. And then down here is my deep freezer. And we picked up some of this. This was like $3 and something each. And so we picked up several of these. I have shrimp here. I have a lot of, like, I think they're called crowns, potato crowns. I have those. I have potato, whatever it is. My husband likes it. I can't think of the name of them. Waffle fries. Then I have hash browns. And then he picked up some chicken tenders, some more chicken. I think this one's the spicy. I'm not mistaken. No, it just says cooked chicken fritters, tender fritters, and then some more hash browns. I went there with a list of everything that was on sale, and so that's what we did. We got stuff that was on sale, and then of course you see that over there. I'll be putting those away and making the homemade laundry soap. I'll be doing a video on that. Again, if you guys decide to make it, please do not put oils in your mixture, because if you do, you're going to end up clogging up your washer. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. That's just not something you should do. Up here, I have bread that I need to put up. I need to put all this up. I was exhausted by the time I got dinner done. We didn't eat until 8 o'clock. Normally we eat at 4. I was too busy vacuum sealing meats to put up and putting everything away. But I do have more beans to put up in those. And then, of course, I still need to fill up like those noodles there. Fill that up. I need to get some more of that, so that'll be on the list. And then I have more coffee. And of course, my husband's got ice cream cones. I got to figure out where to put those. And coffee up there. And of course, this is our coffee storage station. I have to pick up more eggs. I have to pick up about 2 dozen more eggs to fill this up the rest of the way. We'll do that next week. And then we have leftovers. I do leftovers on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays is like a smorgasbord. I'll pull everything out. No, Wednesdays is just basically leftovers. And Fridays is a smorgasbord where I pull absolutely everything out of the refrigerator and I heat it all up. I don't use the microwave, because if I do, some of that just tastes nasty. And so I just heat it all up, and what doesn't get eaten, usually it does. I would say 99.5%, something will get left behind. But most of the time, everything gets eaten up, and then I don't throw nothing away. Waste not, want not. Right here is all the ice creams and the breads and stuff. My husband likes ice cream. And then down here, this is more for like breakfast stuff, and it's going to close on me again. But it's like for breakfast stuff and for like meals. So I'll bring out like, okay, I plan on making soup beans that week. So I'll bring out the meat and I'll put it in there. Or I'm planning on making spaghetti, and I'll bring out the homemade spaghetti sauce, a bag or two, depending on how big the bags are, and I'll go ahead and put them in there as well. Here's the thing: that bottom drawer is for the weekly food. So, like, if I have a menu in my head, I'm gonna make tacos that week and spaghetti, and so I'll put all the meats and the ingredients and stuff in here that needs to be kept frozen until I'm ready to use it. It makes keeping track so much easier. I don't know why this is opened. And then in here, we put a lot in here today. Well, yesterday. Down here is a lot of bags of stuff, like beans. You can see all the beans in there I still got to put away. I got flour. I got probably 20 pounds of flour, 20 pounds of sugar. We have cornmeal. We have a lot of different stuff. My husband went absolutely bonkers. Like I said, I was planning on just having the list, everything that was on sale. Here's the rice. I don't have a lot of room in this thing, but I mean, he got low grain rice. He got our long grain rice, jasmine rice, and something else. I can't think. Can't see it. Some other kind of big bag of rice. So he got that, and we got the spicy chicken broth that was on sale. The rice was on sale. The beans were on sale. The flour wasn't on sale. None of that stuff down there except for the beans was on sale. I got mustards, ketchup, mayonnaise, relish. That was all on sale. I think my husband spent $100 more. And then Donnie spent another $100 more. They both spent, my husband spent $275 and Donnie spent $280. So they spent about $100 more, and that was because when I showed you the ad, that ad was definitely full of sale items, and I think I bought most of it. I got the watermelon, I got the cantaloupe, the potatoes. I got a lot, and the reason we're doing this is because we heard through the grapevine, because the gas prices are going up, you know that the people that deliver your food to the retail or to the stores are going to end up charging double, triple, because they got to compensate for gas. And then, of course, you know what what happens. It trickles down to the consumer. So we know within the next maybe few weeks, food prices are going to jump, and they're going to jump high. I have enough food in this house currently to last me, my husband, and my brother 1 year. So we can get through this hard time. It's kind of like getting through the pandemic. When we were going through the pandemic, we hardly ever had to go to the store because we always bought in bulk anyways, toilet paper, paper towels, because it's always cheaper to buy in bulk. And we also had the pantry full of food, and we also had the 2 freezers full of food. So going to the store very minimally, it kept us from getting COVID during the pandemic. And we plan on hunkering down here, not going to the store unless we need like milk, eggs, and we won't need eggs soon because we're going to be building a coop. So we need, but milk, eggs, oil, just simple little things that's only going to cost you maybe $5-10. Or if it triples, it could cost you about $40-50. I don't know. But anyways, friends, think about stocking up. Another thing that I do is if I budget myself $100, especially with the prices of food these days, normally I could do it for what, $40, $60. But if I do that and I end up giving myself a budget of $100, then what I do is I make sure that I take $10 or $20 of that money and I stock up on like tuna fish and pink salmon in the can, other canned meats, things like that I can buy a little more of, and then I do that every week. That way, if something goes down, I definitely have that stuff to fall back on. If the power grid goes out, things like that. I mean, you never know. You never know. I'm not a doomsday type person, but I am a type person that going hungry for a full week, having no money for food,
literally taught me to make sure that I always have a backup plan, and a backup and more of a backup plan on top of that backup plan, so that way that won't happen again. All right, friends. I know this video was kind of off the wall, but I wanted to show you guys what we got, or relatively, what we got. You see the pantry is full. Even it's even on my floor. I'm canning jams, so that was on my floor too. I need to build more shelves, and then the laundry stuff plus the stuff in the freezers. All right, my friends, if you're new here, do you think you can subscribe? It helps my channel, and hit that like button. It helps my algorithm. If you're not new here, howdy, howdy, howdy. Leave a comment. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, friends.